Hi, my name's James Clark Hubbard. I was born in Glasgow, Scotland on the 29th of January 1955. During the time in Glasgow, I went to obviously primary school up to age 12, and then over there you went to secondary school from age 12 to 15. Growing up there, it was just a normal life. I was an only child, I had no brothers or sisters, so I got to spend a lot of time with my grandparents and some of my cousins. Well, after school, I entered a trade as an auto-electrical engineer. It was a 4-year apprenticeship, and during that time you had hands-on training and also had to go to technical school for a period of time to do your learning. But during my childhood, I always imagined and wanted to be a police officer, and managed to fulfill that ambition. After my apprenticeship was completed, I joined the City of Glasgow Police. I think I became a police officer because today we look at the bullying aspect and it seems to be all over the media. But when I grew up 50 years ago, bullying was still there. You still had bullies at school, and you had bullies at work, and you had bullies in society. And I just hated to see people being bullied by other people. So by joining the police, I felt that I would make a difference and also put these people away and get them the punishment they deserved. Just prior to joining, I had met my wife and we got married in April 1975. During the time we were married, and slightly before during our engagement, we'd thought about immigrating to Canada to try a new life, just to see things, something different in the world. We knew that there was sort of more to life than living and growing up in Glasgow, so we made the application to the Canadian life. I managed to get through it and made that transition and joined the Toronto Police here. I think the police department, anytime, whether it be here in Canada or whether it be in Scotland, you have a function that you decide that you want to serve. To me, the police department's a vocation, and most of the people I worked with, both in Glasgow and in Canada, had the aptitude and also the drive to be police officers, and many of us gave up higher paying jobs at the time just because this was the career path we wanted to follow. If you can keep your mind straight and just deal with the problems that you're dealing with one at a time as a police officer, you can get through your day. I think it may have affected how I was as a person. Having 3 children after we were married, a daughter and 2 sons, I think being a police officer you tend to, I won't say wrap them in cotton wool, but you tend to be a bit more protective, just strictly because you know how people can treat one another and how dangerous and scary the real world can be. But it was probably the biggest enjoyment in my life, after being married and having my kids, of course, but it was a very satisfying career choice and move that I made that I'm really happy that I was fortunate enough to gain the experience and the employment within the police service.
Thank you.
You're welcome.